Hola clase. We have been learning so far how to conjugate only regular verbs up to this point. They follow our typical pattern of first identifying our subject, second dropping our ending, and then third step would be adding the correct ending to match our subject. Alright, if for example we have the verb nadar. If we drop our ending of our AR, our root or our stem is this NAD, nad, alright? Then we would add our appropriate ending depending on what our subject is, what our subject of the sentence is. So now we are going to be learning about some of the stem changing verbs, or boot verbs as they're called. They're called boot verbs because they only change their stems are in the shape of a boot. Alright, so it's going to go down these three and then over to this one. So it's kind of in the shape of a boot. We'll be getting another worksheet to kind of illustrate this more, how it's in the shape of a boot. The nosotros and the vosotros forms are the only forms that do not have stem changers. So we're going to go over that there are 4 different sets of verbs that have a spelling change or a stem change in the present tense. Those spelling changes happen in all forms except the nosotros and vosotros forms. But the spelling change only affects the stem, so they have the exact same endings. They have the same endings. Alright? So at this time, what I want you to do is fill in your AR, ER, and IR verb charts based on what you know. Alright? So pause the video at this time. Then you'll be able to check your answers when you unpause it. So pause it at this time. Welcome back. So for our AR endings, we have O, as, a, amos, an. Like always, we're going to ignore the vosotros. We have o, es, e, hemos, en. And then the ER and IR are very similar except in the nosotros form where we have hemos instead of hemos. So we have o, es, e, hemos, en. Alright? We're going to have 4 easy steps. 4 easy steps to making a boot verb or conjugating a boot verb. Alright? So we're going to first identify the subject like always. We're going to drop the ending like always. Here's the change. We're going to make the stem change. Alright? Then we're going to add the correct ending to match our subject. Alright. Let's focus on down here. If we have the O to UE boot verb, alright, we're going to find our O. We're going to find the O in all of these verbs, alright. I'm just going to do one sample conjugation in this video, alright, but all of these follow the exact same pattern. If I have the verb poder, poder means, remember, to be able to or can, alright, so to be able to or can. I'm going to make my chart like always. Now, identifying the subject, since we're only working on a chart, we're not going to do a sample sentence since we're just working on a chart. Our endings are already, or our subjects are already pointed out to us. So, we're going to drop our ending. We're going to drop our ending. We're going to just have our stem change. Alright, we're just going to have our stem. So this poder is going to be O to UE, O to UE. So we're going to put P-U-E in place of our O, D. Now we're going to add our correct ending to match our subject, puedo. Alright, going on, we have puedes, puedes, because it's an ER verb, so I'm looking in my ER verb to form. Next we have puede. Now I'm going to finish off our boot, because our boot goes right over here to the ellos, ellas, and ustedes form. So we have pueden. Now the nosotros form, they have spelling changes that happen except in the nosotros form. So we have P, O, because there's no stem change, D, then I add our ending, E-M-O-S, podemos. Alright, I want you to write down all 4 of these verbs. These 4 verbs are going to be fair game. Flip it over. We have the verbs tener and venir. Alright, tener, venir. Now, I'm going to do 2 different sample conjugations. Tener and venir are very, very similar verbs. They have a couple things going on though. They are, first of all, go verbs, and they are stem changers. They're stem changing verbs too. These are just our stem changers, or our boot verbs. Alright, so I'm going to make one chart up here for my go verbs and stem changers, and I'm going to make one chart down here. Now with our yo-go verbs, I'm going to conjugate venir, because you should already have the conjugation of tener. So venir, vengo, alright, because it's a yo-go verb. It doesn't change stems in the yo form because the go takes its place. But then we're going to look at our E to IE, so I know I'm going to be changing the E in venir. Alright, I'm going to be changing that E to an IE, so I'm going to write V, IE, N, E, S to go along with our ending, vienes. Then I'm going to stem change it again, V, I, E, N, add my ending, viene. I'm going to come over here to the ellos form, V, I, E, N, then I'm going to add my ending, E-N. Now, this is, we are going to be conjugating this into the nosotros form now, so I have V, E-N, it's an I-R verb, then E-mos, venimos. We come home. We come to the store. Alright? And down here, a little bit different. I'm going to take the verb querer, to want. I want something. Alright? So again, E to IE. So I'm going to write Q, U, keeping my stem. This E is going to be the stem changer one. Alright, that E is going to be the stem changer because this E, the second E, is getting dropped. Alright, we're going to drop it. We're going to drop it. So, querer, Q-U-I-E, R comes next. Now I'm going to add my yo form ending. O, quiero. I'm going to do the same thing. Q-U-I-E-R-E-S, quieres. I want you to pause the video at this time. When you come back, I will have this all filled out, and I want you to check your answers. So pause the video at this time to see if you're understanding this at this point. Pause it. Here are your answers. We have quiero, quieres, quiere, queremos, Q-U-E-R-E-M-O-S, queremos, quieren. Alright. Now down here, we have E to I, boot verbs. Same thing. Same thing. We're going to draw our chart with decir. Decir is a kind of weird, decir is kind of a weird verb as well. Decir, all right? I'm going to, first of all, do, it is a yo-go verb. All right, so this is a yo-go verb, and it's also a stem changer. All right, so in the yo form, it does both, actually. It's different than venir up here. It does both. So we're going to say, we're going to change the E to an I. You'll be go, because we are keeping it in the yo form. It's a yo-go verb. Now, I'm going to go to the tu form. We have D, the E changes to an I. C, add our IR ending for the tu form, dices. Now you guys are going to do the next three on your own. Do the next three on your own. Pause the video at this time. Here are your answers. We have digo, dices, dice, decimos, dicen. Then our last one down here, we have the verb jugar. This is a U to UE stem changer or boot verb. Alright, so jugar, we are going to write our J. This U changes to a UE. Keep our G, add our ending, juego. Do the rest of them. Pause the video at this time. Here are your answers. We have juegas, juega, juegan, and then our weird one up here, the nosotros, we have jugamos. Juego, juegas, juega, jugamos, juegan. We will do a couple of practice sentences in class, next class. At this time, you are now done with your tutorial on boot verbs. Good job, you guys. Gracias.